Good evening. So, I attempted to do a video about working with the tarp to show somebody who had requested me to do one with Dewey how I would handle teaching the exposure or the introduction to the tarp. This individual's having a hard time with their horse and they just really don't know uh, maybe where to help the horse more, when to release different, or something along those lines. So she was looking for demonstration. Um, Dewey was, his typical brave boy. So tonight I'm going to try Daisy. Daisy is the only other horse here that's never seen a tarp. If Daisy doesn't work out, I'll try a different horse that I think had a problem with the tarp at one time in their lives, and maybe just a reintroduction to it could be something valuable. Daisy was slightly feral when I acquired her, so she does have some trust issues, and I would say struggles a little bit with. So I'm seeing weird shadow. Struggles a little bit with connecting to people. So we've been working on it, but not more than just the functionality of it. Getting her to come to me when she's called, to be haltered, to go out or to come back in. And what she's ended up becoming is kind of obedient is kind of a weird word to use, but she wears blinders, but she wears like two sets of blinders. So she wears a set of blinders that disconnects her from kind of her environment, or at least the human aspect of her environment. So she wears blinders. She doesn't look at you. She wants to just kind of be good so she could be left alone. But she also wears blinders, which might be part of her EPM, on the bottom of her eye, on the bottom of her vision. So I could point her at something and she'll just crash into it. Like she doesn't look where she's going. So this may be interesting. She may just blindly go across the tarp and scare herself because she didn't see it or chose not to see it. She may just go anywhere I point her to and doesn't really care, and it will be unfazed. She does have a very go with the flow kind of personality. She does have an opinion of things. Like she doesn't like it sometimes if I touch her in certain places. She'll flash her ears back and snake around. We're taking our time, being that she has an illness. We're taking our time in what we want to impose on her. She's 3 doses into the second set of treatment that we're doing on her. I am starting to notice. I noticed that she was able to scratch her ear with her hind foot with great precision and without a lot of worry in her eye. That was impressive. This past weekend, she caught my attention when she cantered probably, 50, 60 feet. I don't even know if she cantered that far. But it was on her own option. There was nothing that forced her to do it. Nobody was chasing her. She did it because she saw me. My client and I were walking around the side of the barn, and I think it's possible she thought because we were putting a horse away, it meant dinner time. She's very food driven, even though it was it was morning actually. So I don't know if she was making some kind of, oh, they're coming to get us, we're going to go in kind of connection. So I don't want to make it all about me. It might have been about food. But anyway, something inspired her to canter all on her own, and that was impressive. I remember the first couple times that she trotted all on her own, and I was like ecstatic. Okay, so I'm going to grab her real quick, and if she zips right through it like the little guy did, then I'm going to just put her away. I'm not going to try to stress her out. And then tomorrow I'll try a different horse. But let's see what happens with her. Mommy. Hi, Mommy. You want to come out? And hopefully this doesn't upset your little boy. Huh? You want to come out? See me? Your little orange nose. So they're currently taking a Metamucil week for sand colic, or not for sand colic, but for sand colic prevention. And I use the orange flavored Metamucil. So she's got an orange nose. In case you see that and don't know what that is, she does not have blood coming off of her nose. I know. Oh, see, like you just walked right into the gate. Like that's the only thing. Come on, baby. Is she? Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Dewey, you're okay. She's right here. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can just show it to her. Her little boy can watch her. Now, she is the horse, like I said, that will kind of just go wherever I point her. Ooh, there we go. So like I was working on with Dewey yesterday, is as long as she tries, I'll leave her alone. If she's not trying, I'm going to ask her to do something. So now she's trying. So now she just put her lower blinders on. Nope, nope. She's actually just waiting for instructions. She's willing to do it. You're okay, baby. So she was just waiting for me to tell her what to do. I'm going to give her a break from that. Dewey, you're okay. This is the first time I've worked her without him in here, too. Good girl. Good girl. I know, that's mud. Come here. I had brought my footing home and put it outside and was going to work with it. And then we had some substantial rain, so it's sitting in here trying to dry. Okay. Aw, you making you nervous, huh? So she doesn't even lack confidence at all. I'll ask her to go the other way. Let's see if maybe the other eye. Back. Back. Yep. So my hand's telling her what to do with her nose. The tail of the rope is telling her what to do with her shoulder. So my hand, I'm telling her to go that way by pointing with my hand, and I'm supporting by touching her shoulder with the end of the rope. I'm going to kiss to tell her to go. So the kiss is telling her to do something with her feet, not just stand there. So I'm going to tell her to turn around. You're all right, Dewey. And I'll tell her to turn back. Oh, back. Tell her shoulder to go. Good. Good girl. Okay, so she doesn't even need me to help her with her confidence there. You're a good girl. That was a nice quick swing around. Good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. You're a good girl. You tried so hard, huh? Well, you saw something here. Oh no, they're just dots. Okay. So, you a good girl? Yeah. You're a good girl. Good girl. Well, I gave you a much longer introduction than that took, and like I said, I'm not planning on stressing her out. I'm just gonna, spend some little bit of time with her, see if we can get her to ask you to scratch her. So I told her if she touches my elbow, I'll scratch her again. This we did in the stall when she first got here, so let's see if she remembers how to ask. If she enjoyed that, she might not have enjoyed that. See, find a spot that she enjoyed. There might be a good one. There. Okay, let's see if she'll ask. So she has to touch my elbow with her nose to ask me to do that again. Now that's just because that's what we came up with when she learned how to tell me something. Good girl. Good girl. See how she has kind of like a shudder in her head? Like she's afraid. She's afraid to allow herself to look at me. So let's see. Stand a little bit further away so it's obvious that she came for my elbow. I'm kind of impressed that she's doing it over the tarp. Good girl. So the first time I just reminded her how to ask, and then this time I waited for her to actually touch me. The first time she didn't touch me, she just suggested that she knew. Oh, that was a good spot, huh? Okay, let's see. You want me to do that one again? You're okay. So she had a little tremor in her head. I don't know if that was because of appreciating being scratched or if something was going on neurologically. So I don't want her to just touch me anywhere. I want her to touch my elbow. Go ahead. So let's see if she does that neurological looking thing again. Yep. Okay. So that's just okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her away from the tarp and see if she'll show you how she asks. Okay. So that's a good girl. It's really that easy to teach your horses that they're allowed to have their own voice and they're allowed to have their own requests. Because that's a request. She requested that I went back and did that again. So I can stand even further away, see if she comes. I'm going to go ahead and let her. I got a pile of poop here that's kind of making it hard to work with, but let's see. Since it's this elbow, okay, so see if she steps closer to me. Good girl. Good girl. You get where else? That's pretty good. Mhm. That's pretty good. All right, let's see. See if she'll start. I don't know if you can see. Okay, come here. Let's come up here. Here, here. Good. Oh, good. See if she steps closer. Now she has to figure out how to get all the way back to my elbow since she got completely out of position. So she'd have to back up on her own. Now, this is also how you can kind of indicate whether or not they really do understand how to use their voice. Because if she backs up on her own, she knows she has to do that because she has to ask my elbow. I'm actually really proud of Dewey. He got a little upset. It was spinning around a little bit, but we don't eat the dirt. We don't eat the dirt. Yuck. We don't eat the dirt. It can't possibly be good. Yuck. We don't eat the dirt. Good girl. Good girl. Now, it was although she was a little distracted by chewing on the dirt, but I want to say I feel a little heat back here, sweetie. Okay, now let's see. See if she'll back up to me. Now I'm not gonna suggest it in any way by using the rope. Let's see if she'll back up. So she can't get to my elbow there. She's gonna have to, and I'm not going to. She did hit an elbow, but I'm not going to accept that as the answer. Listening to her grind that dirt. No, don't eat the dirt. Okay, don't eat the dirt. That's gross. So I am gonna ask her to back, just because. Good, good. You're okay. You're a good girl. You are. She's like, I don't really care about you touching my face. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Give her a final good scratch on the hiney, and then we'll put her away. I'll get a different horse tomorrow. So that's my turn signal. But oh, made you step right in your poop. I'm sorry. I knew it was there too. I'm sorry, baby. Good girl. What do you think, Dewey? Oh, your mommy got a lesson too, huh? She's fine. Come on, all the way in, Mom. All the way in. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. She's fine, Dewey. She's fine. Check her out. She's fine. Say hi to her. You can say hi.